I want to talk about some crimes today that are so horrific that they make it from the other side of the world here to the U.S. Now, normally when we talk about, international news, it's some type of ISIS attack, some type of terror attack, or, military hostilities. But this is a particular crime that's taking place in India, and it seems to be happening very frequently, at least from my point of view, without trying to find these things. They come across the news cycle. And I'll start with this one from the Daily Mail. Mother is gang raped on Indian bus as her daughter 3 watched. And then the attackers proceeded to murder her 2-week-old son. The 2 men have now been captured and charged with gang rape and culpable homicide. And they attacked a woman on a bus, raped her. The young girl, who was not harmed, thus is my understanding, in the incident, was able to hide on the bus from the perpetrators and then actually had to testify to the police that the men had raped her mother. And the men, from the reportage, they say that they picked up the baby, the youngest baby, the 2-year-old or the 2-week-year-old, threw him on the ground and killed him. And what first brought this to my attention was the 2012 gang raping of the young lady in Delhi. And in that situation, it was a sexual assault by 5 predators. She was on a bus, and actually I have the article right here. A Delhi bus gang rape victim has intestines removed as shocking details of assault emerge. So basically, they raped her so violently, so viciously, not just, with their body, but also with a iron rod. They had to replace the young lady's intestines. And one of the people who was a perpetrator in that event has actually been released. He was a guy who was, I guess, not of age at the time. So he has been released this past December. He's out, but the other guys do remain in prison. And, this is just one example. I have many more articles. Girl 15 raped and set on fire in India. And this happened, or at least was reported on March 8th of this year. And a 15-year-old girl is fighting for her life in a Delhi hospital after she was raped and set on fire. The burns cover most of her body. That's just one example. We also have another one. 17-year-old girl allegedly gang raped by 5 men in Delhi. And this was a situation, the young lady was outside of a campus, and she meets with a young man that the reports say she knew. He says, hey, you want to go for a ride with me? She says, yes. She gets in the car. They, reportedly give her some type of sedative. They proceed to rape her at a hotel. And this is just the ones I was able to find in a very quick Google search. There are many more that I didn't print out just for the simple fact I didn't have the stomach to cover all of it. So in a time when social justice warriors are so vocal about the war on women, I definitely hope that people take this war on women very serious and start to make changes over there in India. You can find more reports on Infowars.com.
Radioactive contamination is now in most of the food supply. There's only 2 ways to avoid this. Move south of the equator or properly protect your thyroid with nascent iodine. Secure your super high quality nascent iodine today at InfoWarsLife.com.